Okay, so our speaker for tonight is not who you thought it was going to be. It's going to be Aurora. And I have to tell you, without a doubt, I could not have done any of this without Aurora. And if I were more of a crier, I would cry right now because you really don't understand how much work she does. And so tonight, when she called me, she says, this is what's happening, and I'm at the library with my lovely little grandchildren who talked nonstop for the last 4 days. You know, so not that I'm not an airhead always, but I said, okay. She goes, well, how about I do this? I said, okay. And then I said, Pat, can you send this out? And she said, yes, okay. So it really is a team effort. And so Aurora, I'm going to have you come up and take it from here. You're going to talk about upcoming programs, which who could believe it's October, right? So, and then we'll go on from there.
I know, and you all came because Pat said you don't have to come. So, how many people do we have here tonight, Pat? A lot. I'm surprised.
39.
Yay, thank you. So the upcoming programs, Pat Sachs of Titusville, Celia Reed. So I emailed her before the storm and I said, you know, you're in Titusville, it's close to like hit Space Coast. So do we need to reschedule? She goes, no, if the roads are open, I'll be there. And then I get a call in my lunch hour. You're never gonna believe this. I went to the storage unit on Thursday, it was fine, there was no damage, everything was fine. I went there today to get everything and it was closed and they're not gonna let me in until they inspect it for safety reasons. So she couldn't get any of her quilts to come. But she is available in November and she can come and do a 45-minute program alongside with our challenge program. I've been in guilds where we've done challenges with other programs, and so I think we can make it work, and she can still come and do that.
Bring our jammies?
Huh?
Bring our pajamas?
No, it won't be that. I mean, we can have it all set up and do the, the voting and stuff, and she can do it. She'll have a table for stuff for sale, and I think a lot of you know who Celia is, don't you? Cecilia. She's the one who has all of the antique, the bead sacks, and she's up at a lot of the shows. She was with the Florida Quilt Study Group up at Miss D's. She's at Miss D's at the quilt show when they had it up there last, what?
I can tell everybody a little bit about it.
Okay. So that's October, November. Edge to Edge class on Saturday. Set up at 9. I'll be here at 9 to open up till 3. Lisa Trippi is amazing. She's going to help us do the program. Yeah, real quick, come.
Now, if we want to sign up, who do we give our money to?
Me.
Okay.
And I've got the list. You can sign up. We're not going to do a potluck because nobody answered me, so bring your own food. We are doing a potluck for the mystery quilt, and it's going to be amazing, so come and see me. We got soup and chili theme, we got cornbread, homemade bread and butter, desserts, cheese, vegetable tray, all kinds of fun stuff. The potluck at the Collage Bag Lady was a lot of fun, so anyway, and then January, we're doing the Dresden Flamingo, taking sign-ups. The class is $30 because the workshop is $600. So if we charge $30, we're going to be able to break even. I'm going to get the patterns from her. She's shipping them to me. I'll have them for sale, $21 at the November meeting. Mindy and I are going to meet with you. I'll bring mine tomorrow at Sit and Sew, and we'll be able to show you how we're going to be using the flamingo. And she's going to be spending time with the, doing the ruching, the Dresden plates, and all of the 3D dimensional stuff. So it's going to be fun. And I have the pattern here for you to see. Save your candy bags. Save your candy bags, please, from Halloween. Because in February, my friend's coming and she's going to do a free workshop And we're gonna make zipper bags out of candy bags, and they cover them with vinyl, and they're really cute. And she's gonna have a lot of ideas for thinking outside the box of don't use a pattern, and making fun things with your grandkids, your kids, and just some cute, fun projects. So, and that's a free workshop she's gonna do for us. So save your candy bags.
Okay, I have to, hi everyone, I have to apologize for not being more organized. I got back into Florida about 3 weeks ago. But this is the edge-to-edge that I use. I started about 8 years ago when I couldn't afford the $200 to have a long arm to do it. So I took a class and I became a guru of it. But I have the first edition. Some of you, if you bought the book recently, it won't have a CD and it'll have a place to go on, I believe it's called the Embroidery Toolshed, and you can download the files. But if you're not computer savvy, I'll bring my laptop on Saturday. I'll try to remember. I meant to bring USBs tonight to put the 12 designs in. You know, being an educator myself forever, I can't use someone else's book without giving her credit. So, yeah, and they're great. They're great. There's many designs, and I call it a hands-on kind of class. I'll bring you a handout that gives you some tips, but you can use a size from 5x7 to 8x10 to 9x14, whatever you have. We hoop it, comes out kind of like this. To give you an idea of how many classes I've taught in this. This is one that I still haven't finished. It's going to have some nice poinsettias on it. But again, it's a Christmas one, you know, and that's something, so you don't have to just bring muslin, but I like to practice. So I think it's a great hands-on class. I also asked in the flyer they sent that you'd bring interfacing, because how she does it, just for a nutshell, she takes an A file and a B file. If you look at them, they're just reversed. But it has a beginning and an end. And this, when you take the class, I have you put in your hoop, you do write A, and you let it stitch out. So you're not even stitching on a piece of fabric before you start this, because it's kind of intimidating.
So this is just tearaway
This is
stabilizer.
just tearaway stabilizer. And so there's the end, and when you do the B file, A and B meet up. And I'll tell you what, just on these, you can see I make mistakes on purpose for my classes so you can see, because sometimes you can hook it together so well you don't even notice that it's the A and B joining.
So does A hook up to A?
No, B.
A and B,
No, but you have to have both?
they're both with it.
Didn't
Yes,
you stitch?
Yeah, I know, but I've done it before and I've just used one.
Well, you could, because if you can rotate your file, then you rotate it.
Uh-huh.
And you could make them meet. There's
Yeah.
the meander one, doesn't look any different than, you
Yeah.
know, from A to B. But so I have, from over the years, all the different designs I like, you know, I printed out on a template. And again, if you looked at the book because you purchased it, she says PVC, pretty darn close. And that's how I roll. I never worry too much about it until I get to where it doesn't meet, and I have to, you know, but I call it a design opportunity. Does anybody have any questions? So like I said, you can bring any piece of fabric, probably yarn, and you're just going to make a regular sandwich. You can bring any kind of thread that you might want to use. I've used everything from rayon to polyester to cotton. They all work well. Any questions? No? I'll try to be here at 9. I come a little bit of a ways, but I'm glad you'll open the door, Aurora.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, you can take it and make something fancy out of it. You know, this is usually on my sewing table, you know, under my machine, so I can scratch up my table. And it has a little serger binding. So that's really it. They do have a new book out, which Sewing Quilt wanted me to teach it. I don't feel like I'm ready for that. I've done a couple of them where you can edit her programs. But when you go onto Embroidery Toolshed, she has a whole formula for making that design a little bit smaller to fit in your borders. So it's something maybe down the road, if I get some more time on my hands, I'll get to it.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Looking forward to